All right, so in today's video, we are going to unbox this right here. This is the Samsung Q60 soundbar, and it's partnered with the Harman Kardon. We're going to unbox this and get it set up. So that is today's video. Before we begin, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you can get notified for future videos. I'd love to have you back in the next one. Hey guys, Juan here. Thanks for stopping by my channel and checking out this video. So today we're going to unbox this. This is the Samsung soundbar, the Q60r, and they're partnered with the Harman Kardon name on here. So I don't know if Samsung just did not make very good soundbars or why, but they purchased Harman Kardon and they are now the owners of that company. Now Harman Kardon, for those of you guys who didn't know, they are really well known in the audiophile atmosphere. So a lot of people love the Harman Kardon. Well, that's a tongue twister. They love the products that they make when it comes to like headphones and any kind of speakers and stuff. So Samsung went in with them, partnered them, and so that both their technologies are combined into this particular sound bar right here. This is the Q60R. So I got a pretty good deal on this online, and I will link in the description down below where you can get this particular sound bar also. But I wanted it, since I got a nice big screen TV, I wanted to pair it up with a nice sound bar so that way I have a good movie watching experience for years to come. So when you buy these sound bars, you normally don't have to buy them for a while. You buy one and then you have it for quite a few years. So this is the one that I decided to get. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox it and get it all set up and show you guys how to do that. So this is what the front of it looks like here. It shows you how long it is compared with the TV, and then it's got the subwoofer on the picture here. So let's go ahead and get this thing open. All right, so here's the soundbar. Let's unwrap this and look at that. That's a really nice looking soundbar. Okay, so here's the front of it, and on here you'll see where it's got the branding for the Samsung Harman Kardon nameplate. Speakers that come out from the top, and then speakers that come out from the front here. Okay, so here's a look at the subwoofer. It's got the nameplate here on the front. It's got kind of a matte finish on the side here. There is a speaker with a soft covering right here. This is the back. It's got the big old hole here for the subwoofer outlet. The power cord goes here, and then here is an ID set button that you push here to get it paired up with a soundbar. All right, so let's see what's inside the bag here. The bag full of goodies. All right, so they give you the power cables for one for the subwoofer, one for the soundbar. And good, they give me an optical cable here. I was kind of wondering that if I was gonna have to order this separately, because a lot of times some of these companies will save costs by not sending you the right cables that you need. But here's the optical cable that I'll use to tie this in directly into the TV. Here's the other end of the power. Plug in the soundbar. A lot of times these square parts here are so beefy. This one kind of a medium size. The user manual, I don't know who reads these things. Okay, 2 angle brackets here to mount the soundbar if you were going to mount this onto the wall. I have a tendency of losing these things, but I'm gonna be setting mine on the console underneath the TV right there, so I won't be using this. This right here is another part of the mounting bracket that kind of helps support, push it out from the wall. Some more nuts and bolts if you were going to hang it onto the wall. And now here is the remote. I'm always interested to see what the remotes on these things look like. Batteries, I always give these off the wall name brand batteries. This one's called Mustang. Who's ever heard of that? Why can't they send me like a Duracell or Energizer? Okay, and then here is the remote. Now the remote looks similar to the TV remote that I have, the Samsung TV remote. Let me show you the difference. So here's a soundbar remote. And then here is a TV remote right here, soundbar TV. So you can see they're pretty similar, but I imagine once I get the soundbar hooked up, I would really hope that I can get it hooked up to using just one remote, because I hate having to use two remotes. So we'll see how that pairs up with it and see if we can just use the one remote, the TV remote. I'll go ahead and put the batteries in to the soundbar remote. Okay, everything's unboxed here. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the power cables hooked up into the subwoofer and the soundbar and get it up there and get it plugged in and get it set up. Okay, here's a quick look at what I will be using here, the two power cords. This is the cable to hook up the soundbar, and then here is the power plug. So we'll go ahead and get these assembled on there. Okay, on the back side of this, there is a USB output, there's an auxiliary in output, a digital. This is where the optical cable is that I will be using to be plugging in from here into a TV. And on the other side here, they got an HDMI in, and then they've got the TV arc out. So this is the other HDMI arc out, and then right here is the power outlet, DC 24 volt. This is all on the back side. Okay, everything's all hooked in here now. Soundbar is displayed underneath the TV. I was a little bit concerned about that once I got the soundbar on there, because I didn't know how high it was going to be to the bottom of the television there. And it's like right there. It's almost perfect. And then I got a little bit concerned to see if the sensors would still be able to read a remote control, but it's fine. I don't even know where the sensors are on that TV. They're really hidden and discreet, so I don't know if they're in the screen somewhere, but you are able to turn the TV up and down using the remote. It's not covering up anything. So if this is a setup that you're going to go with, you should be fine. Once I got it installed in there, it automatically recognized the soundbar because it's Sony playing with Sony, and it automatically started playing what I had up on the screen. So there was no setup process to it. It's just plug and play type of thing. So now whenever I turn up the volume, you'll see it says AV Soundbar Q60 or Q60r series is what it says on it. So it automatically recognizes the make and the model of the soundbar. Over here in the corner is where you'll see where it lights up. Right now it says DN because that's the optical cable that I plugged in there. So it's telling you that's what is plugged in. And so whenever you press up on the volume like this, there's a plus symbol that lights up on the corner. So it signifies on the soundbar and it signifies on the television. So we're gonna go ahead and pair up the subwoofer now to the soundbar, and then we'll give you a little sound test. Okay, the subwoofer is connected to the soundbar. Let me tell you, I've never experienced such an easier setup process than this right here. The way this works is once you plug in the subwoofer right here, it automatically connects to the soundbar right away. So that you don't even need to push in the button on there to pair it. It automatically did that. And one of the ways that you can tell if it is paired is on the back side of the subwoofer. You'll see that there's a blue light right there shining. So that means that it is connected on with the soundbar there. So easy peasy setup process. Kudos to Samsung for making it user-friendly. Another little bit of information, if it is blue, that means that it is connected. If it's red, then that means that there's an issue in the setup process. And if it's blinking blue and red together, then that means there is a malfunction. So make sure you watch the indicator light. But I don't think you should have any problems if you're hooking this up. Seems simple enough. Now you are able to hook this up wirelessly via Bluetooth, but I mean, if they give you one of those optical cables, I really recommend to go direct line in. Sometimes you never know what kind of issues that you'll have going through wireless through Bluetooth technology. I know it's pretty solid, Bluetooth is, but if you can go wired in, definitely do that. So that's what I did, wired in. Okay, so the good thing is we were able to use the TV remote for the soundbar and TV together, so I will only be using one remote. No need to have two different remotes, one to run the soundbar or one to run the TV. Everything will be accessed through this one right here. This is the TV remote, so I like that. Less remotes is better. Okay, so we're gonna do a little sound test to give you guys, I know it's gonna be hard for you guys to really tell, maybe, depending on what kind of sound system that you have, if it's coming through your computers. But I'll give you guys a little test of what it's gonna sound like. And I just did a little trial run. Let me tell you, it is a big difference between using a soundbar and just using the speakers on the TV. It gets pretty loud without having to turn it up very far. So much so that my wife is sitting behind me and she started squinting her eyes like that because it was just getting kind of loud for her. But so far so good. But let you guys listen in and you guys can be the judge. We got to put on a non-copyright song on here. We're gonna go with Andrew Applepie, one of my favorite guys to use in vlogs or any kind of non-copyright music. So we'll play one of his songs and you guys can listen in. Okay, so that sounded pretty good. I'm very pleased with this purchase so far. Sounds like it's gonna be a really good soundbar. Now, something to note here, the bass there, it pushes out through the back. In my particular surroundings, I've got it on a cornered wall right here, but when it pushes out, it kind of travels up, so we could hear the bass really well. I know everybody's environment is gonna be a little bit different. I do have a higher ceiling, so some of the sound that comes out from the top of the speakers is gonna have to travel up quite a ways to kind of fill the room, but it does push out from the ends here. We can hear that perfectly fine. So if you do have a lower ceiling, you should be able to hear it and get all that rich sound that comes from this sound bar. But yeah, it's pretty easy to set up and it sounds fantastic. So this was the setup and the review of this particular soundbar. I'll do a really good review video once I've had it for a little bit of time, so that way I can let you guys in on all the tips and tricks of using Bluetooth and pairing it up with like maybe a phone or something like that. But this was the unboxing and the setup. Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you throw a thumbs up on it and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I make tech videos all the time and I'd love to have you back on the next one. So until then, be creative.